Hello everybody, welcome back to Dominions 5. We're continuing our look at our war at the end of the BumbleRumble game when I was playing as Tianchi and we were fighting against Vanarus. This is turn 133. The war's been raging now for about 10 turns. I have gained like one row of provinces over here and I've taken over this entire peninsula. In the last few turns, Vanarus has successfully, to some extent, had some success in raiding my provinces, but I have, killed most of his raiders. Now, a lot of his raiders were vampires, so they could just come back, but I got a lot of the gear. As you can see, there are still a few raiders out there. He also had been deploying a few assassins, but over time his assassins have tried to target my Tartarians, and so that did not go well for him. Now, last turn we had stormed this fort, and I want to get to that right away. So first of all, of course he flames from the sky this, so he kills a bunch of stuff. But what then happens is he actually does flames from the sky and a bunch of stuff, and then he breaks out. He tries to break the siege. Now, remember, I had two key Tartarians that could not storm. This because they were Tartarians and Shattered Soul. This lady, who is doing mass regen and reinvig and all sorts of stuff. And then some Earth dude somewhere. I forget exactly where he is. Anyways, some Earth dude. But if he's breaking siege, then my guys are there just waiting for him. He decides to break with a Wraith Lord, an Archdevil, a Vanabog, and another Vanabog. And I'm assuming this is here to do Wailing Winds. And a few guys. So he's hoping that the HP damage caused by flames from the sky and all that, and then Wailing Winds is going to work. Unfortunately, my army is like 50% Tartarians at this point. And, and I have some chaff. The chaff is going to deal with the chaff, but this was a miscalculation on his part. There's like four, I have 4 super combatants here. They're not perfect. They're not amazing. But yeah. So we do get some valuable kills, from that fight. Now here comes part 2 where we're storming the fort. Except now we're storming and we have no gems left because I didn't put enough gems on my guys. I don't know why. And he still has this huge army here, and we didn't really plan. We didn't bring our regen caster in particular, which seems very important. And we don't have our earth caster. Anyways, yeah, this is just a poor decision on my part, and I'm not really sure why I went ahead and did it. This might not be exactly how it happened back then because of the different versions. But the outcome is that in Zox, you can see report here, flames from the sky, murdering winter. So this was his earlier attack where he loses everything and we get a little bit of gear, costs us nothing. But then we storm and we lose 3 of the 4 Tartarians that we sent in, plus 10 of our nice dudes. And we kill nothing. This is completely useless. So that was poorly planned out, and I'm not quite sure what I was thinking of. Now, in other news, we kill more assassins by him trying to assassinate Tartarians, which is not going to work. Although I should say, actually, whatever. This is nothing to... I don't think anything special happens here. No. Although, to be honest, my idea with this guy was to try to get his Father Illyrth, because I think this guy could kill Father Illyrth. But this is like a badass assassin, all properly kitted out. It's not just like a 12 hit point, like seduction or whatever. So, you know, I am hoping to get one of his super commands with that assassin, but so far, no luck. Okay, what are we planning for next turn? Well, we're just going to keep reinforcing with more armies on top that are going to force him to deal with this as I kind of try to open a new front here, and as we try to keep a lid on all of this raiding happening here. So let's take a look. That was turn 133. Let's load up the next turn. Just make sure it's the right one. 134. Okay. We failed to kill a Vanabog. This is me casting it. Yeah, I'm casting Flames from the Sky now on his army that is inside the fort. Because it's a pretty big army, so why not? Let's start killing it. Okay, spells. Same thing. So I've cast 2 Flames from the Sky here on the Throne Province. I also threw a few manifestations, and this one actually kills the Jinn. I don't remember this at all. This gear must have come from the Tartarians that he killed, because there's no reason for it to have that item. So that's cool. So I cast 3 Flames from the Sky that I can count so far. So we murdered that army good. And part of the reason for doing that is not because I was going to attack this. It's not because I was going to storm the fort this turn, but it does reduce his siege defense strength by just killing chaff that's in there. So it'll make it easier for me to siege that down. Okay, some kind of seduction here. We kill with our assassin a bit more. He's raiding us again with a vampire. Okay, this happens, but we have a Tartarian who just wins. We successfully anticipated the movement of this raider and killed him with this monster. Let me show you the monster. I don't think we've seen her yet. This guy thinks he's going to kill undead. Not this one. Oh, this shit. Oh, shit. Yeah, definitely not this one. This is one of my best tarts. With the summit and just amazing paths. No way. No way, dude. Oh, this happened. This is just a tart being a badass. Yeah, big pile of chaff with a few mages, and I don't know, I had a bunch of stragglers and a dude back here. Oh, this is the only guy who survived the ill-fated attempt to storm the fort, the throne fort, but he's Aaron Blood. He's got enough to do damage reversal, mist form, reinvigoration, plus he has a pretty good fluff pattern here, so he gets Iron Warriors and stuff. Yeah, he got buffed pretty well, and he just, I mean, these guys are all gonna die. Nobody's gonna touch him. His mist form hasn't even popped. It's got damage reversal. No way. It's not a great weapon. I mean, it just deletes units every time it touches. Every time he lands an attack. Doesn't have huge attacks, only 12. Anyways. Yeah, that works. Yeah, we kill more dudes. Vampire Lord. Army. Okay. So Raiders dealt with. Almost. Now they're kind of back here. Peninsula under control. Armies on this front definitely kind of solidifying into something interesting. Throne has... So, every turn I'm moving stuff in. This last turn, I did some pretty major flames from the sky. So I'm thinking, hey, what if he only has a tiny, token force left? Can I take it out with a tiny bit of chaff and a few mages, a tiny communion army? Now, this seems ridiculous, but this is chaff and like 15 gems, right? So, and plus we got so this is a minuscule communion that's designed to try to get Wailing Winds up. Because these goddamn Tartarians, this nature lady and this earth dude, they just keep doing other stuff. They keep going red because they're tarts, and that's annoying. But yeah, so we're gonna give it a shot. We're gonna try to storm again. But this definitely shows you how badly his siege strength has been diminished, because we don't have much out here, and we were able to recrack it in one turn. Why don't we take a look? Turn 134. We got to learn up turn 135, which is actually in the folder 136, because I got off by one a few turns ago. Let's make sure it is turn 135. Yep. Okay. More manifestation. We are killing sages. I'm moving my pretender. I'll get to that in a second. Mind Hunt failed. This disease demon failed. This one failed too. That one failed too. Okay, let's look at these reports. A Realm of Silence. Oh, here. So he's decided this turn to do Flames from the Sky on this province, which kills a bunch of chaff. He's also doing a lot of earth elemental attacks. So, I've been killing a lot of his mages with manifestations and stuff like that. He's spamming out earth spells to kill my mages and my commanders. Realm of Silence, that happened. We killed another sage here. Killed another one there. Mind Hunt, resist. Okay, Heliophagus has still not found the big old Father Eel Earth, but he's killed a bunch of sages. Raid here works. Raid there works. Tart kills some devils. Vanabog, we don't kill him, but he does not successfully raid us, so we get him to run away somehow. Interesting. I don't actually remember this happening this way. So, last turn I had scripted... This is funny. Both times, alright, this is really interesting. So, we have been, this fort has been under siege for, almost the entire war. And I've been sitting there sieging it down, and many times, the fort walls have actually been broken. And he doesn't break siege, and I don't storm the fort necessarily. But on both turns recently that I have tried to storm the fort, he has broken siege before. So, but he's not doing a gem bait. This is a legit, I'm going to try to kick him off the fort. And that's actually those have been the times that I have inflicted the most damage on him. Now, in this situation, in this case, I win. I burn up my communion, though. I do kill a vampire and some more chaff. And remember, last time, but I do pick up most of the items from the commanders who died. Because this was designed to storm his castle and cast these spells. But last time I cast 3 times flames from the sky. So I just butchered everything that was inside there. So that's why he's just kind of trying to roll out with one last hurrah. Like he has nothing left inside this fort. Anyways, we defend successfully, but we do lose the communion. That was in Zox. Wicked Woods, whatever. These guys are just being made into white mages. Where was this? Oh, whatever this was a mistake on his part. Yeah, I don't know where they came from. If they came from here and retreated out, that's very unfortunate for them. They definitely should have gone this way. But if it was like an attempt here to reinforce, maybe it's just some dudes that got lost in the pathing, because that cannot have been intended. Unfortunately, by the time we get to this part, like this keeps happening, right? So he's breaking out with like a decent chunk. See, to me, this is a little weird. So look, this is what he has inside the fort. Here, this is what he has inside the fort. This is after 3 flames from the sky, right? So this is pretty resilient. This is pretty tough, okay? But he only broke siege with this. If he had broken siege with his whole army, I think he would have kicked me off. But I have not yet shown that I'm putting a massive army inside. So there doesn't seem to be, like, I don't know. This doesn't seem to be the right use of that force. Like this was, had I not already lost all the communion and all the chaff and everything, this honestly, it wouldn't even have done better. You know, I was throwing it out there as like, hey, what if I actually killed everything and he decided to retreat to try to save the troops, and you know, maybe I can get this fort on the cheap. But I don't understand why he broke siege the way he did. That doesn't seem to make a lot of sense to me. Anyways, so let's just take a look at the situation over here. So we have reestablished our presence over there, but we're not going to stick around this time. We're just going to reconsolidate over here. We're just kind of, every time we're raiding back, we're taking back all this land. You know, he's raiding again with a vampire. We're going to have to shut that down. I think there's a raid going on somewhere else. I can't see it. Whatever. Yeah. And so we now need to reinforce this once again. I'm now scrying this so I know more accurately what's inside, because I keep kind of misjudging the situation. I've now decided that whatever stuff we're going to move on top here is now going to be Flames from the Sky immune. So I'm moving on top like the big stuff, these guys. These commanders, this guy's protected. He won't die to Flames from the Sky. So from now on, it's tarts and protected people. We've got a guy for Wailing Winds, Mass Regen Lady. From now on, it's only going to be high quality troops. High quality troops, or it could be chaff. Like if I just need siege chaff, that's fine. Yeah, we're starting to get serious here. Let's load up the next turn quickly. Turn 135. So this will be the folder named 137. Good. Okay. A report. So we have an air dome here, and somehow a spell got through, which happens. It's only 80% chance to block everything, so we need to put that up right away. We cast Flames from the Sky. Again, we're targeting the army inside the throne. So I'm making it clear to him, that's it. Enough of this stuff. We're actually going to come and get you. We lose an enchantress to this earth elemental. That's garbage. Kill a magus. They resist mind hunt. Kill more units from Zox. We successfully kill something with mind hunt. We lose another mage to being feeble-minded from mind hunt. We kill somebody with vengeful, whatever it's called. Mind hunt. Yeah, that. Another Flames from the Sky in Zox. Kill a Sage. Obviously failed to kill a Lich. Okay, we kill a guy who was trying to assassinate. We are not so successful there. We kill another Sage. Good. We're taking back provinces. Failing to take back provinces. He has... this is Zox. He's trying to poke me off with a Vampire Lord who runs into my super beefy dudes. So that's not going to work. Okay, and the entrance has been breached again to the fort in Zox. So in terms of just overall movement, again, here we're containing this raiding. I've got a significant army here that got kind of congealed into one army. We're going to bring it back up here to put pressure on these thrones, on these provinces. I have cast 3 more times Flames from the Sky on this province. Now, the guys that I have are this fellow, who is equipped to do Wailing Wind, Soul Vortex, Damage Reversal, whatever. This person, I don't know, was this finished? Did I really send her in with no nature gems? That seems like a poor choice. And this guy... No, okay, we're not storming... Well, this guy's storming the castle. Why is this guy storming the castle? This makes no sense. I don't know what's going on. Okay, we're not... I saw this and I thought, okay, we're going in, we're storming the castle. No, we're not. Of course not. We're reinforcing. With more dudes. More big dudes. I won't die to Flames from the Sky. Okay. So, yeah, I guess this is the last thing I want to address, I guess, in this episode is... So, honestly, overall, so far, the war is going in my favor. I'm trading much more effectively. He's losing a ton of gear from all these raiders that I keep killing. I've shown an ability to win major engagements, and he has not yet. He has certainly caused a fair bit of attrition in that he's killed a lot of my tarts. Not a lot. He's killed some tarts, okay? But, I've killed some of his Heliophagus, which are now mine, because I recast the spell after. So I'm definitely coming out ahead in this war. It is taking a long time, and I need to get here eventually before Atlantis just completely... by now Atlantis has this throne, and now he's going to be working on Pythium soon. So I need to... my army needs to evolve. So I've been using this kind of army with Chaff very successfully to fight his armies, to fight off raiders and things like that, and to siege down forts. But in order to actually reliably take over forts, we need better troops. So part of that is the siege golems. Part of that is these tarts. Now, I'm making new tarts now, based out of here. Okay, I'm empowering in death, I guess, to get 2 casters going. And so I'm starting to make tarts again, and if I'm lucky and they don't have Feeble Mind, then I'll just convert them. And if they do have Feeble Mind, then whatever, they're just big piles of undead hit points that are still useful. I'm also experimenting with all sorts of funny stuff in Conjuration. In particular, this is an abomination, which I then gift of reasoned because just for fun. So it has life drain tentacles, a gaze of death, which is very powerful. So you want to put this guy in front. I've given him a shock resistance and a dancing shield, which gives him a protective force of 20. He'll join the army. That'll be a fun addition. The other thing that I've done is I've taken my Pretender God and I have moved him to Satis because this is my only swamp. And from there, he's going to cast Ancient Presences. Now, Ancient Presence is not easy to cast. You need a ton of water, like high water and nature access. But with enough boosters, we were able to get there. And this is like a summonable unit. It's got regen, 200 hit points, size 6. Fear, resistance to a lot of damage. It's only got a weakness to fire, but we're fighting Vanarus, so that's not going to be a big deal. And it's a Slimer. Slime units get slowed with an extra reduction to attack and defense skill. So this is just like a big goopy pile of hit points that does not care. I mean, yeah, vulnerability to flames from the sky, but he's got 200 hit points. He doesn't give a shit. So yeah, we're just gonna like... Oh, and actually, wait, most importantly... Devour, yes. Like, his attack is Devour, which just, like, eats the other unit. End of story. So, we're building up, like, a larger and larger sort of unkillable army. And, of course, when I go on the actual final push, we're going to be bringing all of these tarts, all of these special friends that right now are just doing more support assassination type spells. Yeah, that is the state of affairs. That was turn 136. We're going to end the video here. And I think I'm also going to end this recording session. But I'll catch up with you guys at another time in the not too distant future. I hope. I'd like to wrap up this game completely. And I'd like to release these videos not too long after Lucid is also wrapping up his series, where he is currently maybe a few turns ahead. But his long ongoing series is finally reaching the point, like the end game here. So while I'm doing this, he's trying to conquer Pythium, or he's starting to do that. I don't know if he's actually done it yet. I forget. But yeah, I wanted to show you this war happening at roughly the same time. And so that's why I'm doing these videos now. Oh, by the way, Vanarus... like Vanarus's border is actually here with Pythium, so we can actually magic phase into the back here, and he obviously snuck in a bunch of raiders, so we had to like dispatch little armies here to go clear this up. Yeah, that's that. I think that's going to be it for now, so I'll see you guys another time. Take care.